I want to thank you for joining me out in the old dusty shop. We have quite the awesome project to get started with today. I'm going to bring you over here. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps me to continue to make all of these awesome projects with you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm going to be making today. I got some W2 tool steel. I will be making 2 Wilderknives, and then I also have, this is a piece of Damascus that I made a few weeks ago. I have some Cruforge V. We'll be taking some of this 72 layer Damascus, sandwiching it around the Cruforge V, forging out a little billet to do a Cruforge V core Damascus clad San Mai Wilderknife. So I'm going to start by getting these traced out here on the W2. These will be stock removal. Cut them out, and then I will clean up the Damascus, cut us a nice piece of Cruforge V to go in the middle, and we'll get that billet made up and into the fire. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by laying down some ink, and then we're going to make a whole lot of dust. Now I'm going to just mark out where I need to cut out my Cruforge V. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece in half, and I will cut the Cruforge V piece in half so that there's a nice thick core, because this is really quite thick, and the Cruforge V is 1/4 inch. I'm going to double up the Cruforge V so we have a nice core to jacket ratio once it's all forge welded and drawn out nice and thin. So I am going to go ahead and get this marked up, cut out, ground, tack welded together, get a handle on it, and then it'll be time to start the forge. Well, that was a very successful forging session. I have this nice, huge piece of Cruforge V core San Mai. So this will get turned into projects in the future. For right now, though, I'm just going to set this aside. So I forged this piece a little long because this is the old end of the billet, and the end of Damascus billets never really work how they should. There's always a little bit of delamination. So I forged it about 1 inch long. We'll cut that off. It'll be perfect. Over here to one of the workbenches where we are going to test etch this. And this is just a darkening solution. It really just kind of will show us where the core is, and we are looking nice and centered. Now that the bevels are ground, I'm going to apply my clay to these two knives. So we'll get a nice clay hamon on those two. This one, I did a test etch just so I could check and see exactly where the core is, and it is looking absolutely wonderful. wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek at the pattern here. On this side, I'm going to grind a little bit extra off of here. I will still keep the edge centered. I have a nice thick edge so that I can recenter everything to the core, but I'm going to grind a little bit more off of this whole side of the knife so that we have something more like this side. And so now I just have to wait for the clay on the other two knives to dry before I can heat treat all three of them. Now that is where I'm going to call it for the first part of the Wilderknife series. Really excited to get these all finished up. This one is looking absolutely gorgeous. The Damascus pattern is just really complex and beautiful. Even in the test etch, it just looks wonderful. And you guys can't see it too well on camera, just because it's still at a 60 grit finish. But in person, it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited to get this heat treated, finished, etched, and I got quite a bit of instant coffee, so I can do a really high contrast etch on this piece. And this one is getting some bog oak scales, so I'm really excited to have this one totally done. The other two are getting some Honduran rosewood scales, which is a really great looking wood as well. I have not worked with it yet, so I'm really excited to get those two done. Those were sent in by the customer who bought the knives to put on those specific blades for him, so I'm really excited to get that finished and see how that looks. Right now the blades are sitting up here. They are drying and curing by the heater. So I'll let those hang overnight, and then tomorrow it will be heat treat day, and then the second part of the Wilderknife series will be getting all three of these blades all finished up. So I'm really excited. I hope you join me on the next episode of Let's Make a Knife. I want to thank you for continuing to watch me be a wild man out here in the shop with all kinds of weird steels and lots of dust and lots of exotic woods. So I'm very excited to continue making some awesome videos with you guys. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel and build and keep building all the crazy stuff, all the awesome projects out here in the shop. So if you want to keep up to date with all the projects that I do, not just the ones that I do for YouTube, you can follow me on social media, on my Instagram and my Facebook down below. I want to thank you just one last time. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next episode of Let's Make a Knife. Take it easy.